Hey, Miss Mary, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Let some other people come into the room. Hello, hello. Thank you for stopping through the live. Let a couple more people get in here and then we'll get started. Hey, Court, how are you? How are you? How are you? On sound check, can you hear and see me? Hey, everybody coming in live. Hey, QT. Okay, you can hear me. You can see me. Okay, perfect. I still had it set from what we were trying out last week. So let's see. All right, so this week we are going to be talking about using what you have as well. Oh, thank you, Miss Shay, for sharing the live. Trying to let a few more people come in. Hello, 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 hello. Come on in, come on in. Sorry, I got TikTok here being loud. How was everybody's week this week? Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me cut this volume down. Oh, thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. All right, so real quick, some of the things that I got this week. So, because you all know we usually talk about products, except for last week because we had Miss QT on. What's up, Miss Sensational? I wanted to share with you all. I'm gonna try the Stormy collab with Better Alt. So I have the under eye patches. I meant to put them on my eyes before I came on, but I was busy right up until the moment. So we have the AM PM. So I got these off the live. These were sent to me off of TikTok. So I'll report back on that. I'm excited about that. And then also still practicing self-care. I got the deep collagen hydrating mask. So these are things that I got from TikTok this week. So look forward to those coming out, or videos on those coming out. And then I was trying to wait till more people got in, but I'm gonna do it now because you all are the ones who count. I finally got it. I got it, and I love it. The Kayer confections, I absolutely love this. And Shay, I tried this with your cotton candy and also with a vanilla. I did the vanilla body butter. Lord have mercy, I can't even think about it. I was just talking about body glaze. Lord, thank you. Yes. So I'm looking forward to that. So I absolutely love this. So I did the confections and I absolutely love the bottle. Did the confection? Yes, Lord, I have to look at the bottle. I have to try that. So I tried that with the cotton candy body glaze, QT Luxuries cotton candy spray, and then I did the actual perfume, and I absolutely love it. What's up, Cherise? Thank you for stopping in before you're live. And then also, I got one more thing. So this was a good week, and then I got an announcement that I was happy with yesterday. I was a little down. Okay, what does SSVC stand for? Tell me what that stands for. But I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. And you all know I am a BG fan, but I got it. So I absolutely love this. Absolutely love it. Yes, I got it. I got it. I got it. So I also tried this with hold on. I also tried this and this, if you all can actually see. This is the date night because you all know I love vanilla. So I did these two as well. Let it dry down, and I also used that with the body glaze vanilla nair, if I said it right. So absolutely love those. Yes, it did. It absolutely made it sweeter. So I'm happy about that. But the big thing that I'm really excited about is I got approved to do a dossier little campaign. So I've been trying to get that. That has been a goal actually before I met all of you all. So I'm really, really happy about that for the Inspired by YSL. So look for that to come out. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm actually going to do that with this, with the Angum. So I am, oh, thank you. So I'm really, really happy about that. You know how you set your personal goals? So Dossier was one of the companies. So I'm really happy about that. Let me see. Trying to do this without notes before we jump in because this is really just a. And thank you to Shay and Nakia. I appreciate that. Hey, Miss Ellen B. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. So let's go over the amazing live that we had last week and what's going on with oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Let's talk about last week. We were on for 3 hours, the longest episode that I've ever done with the highest amount of people that I've ever had. I can't say thank you enough to everybody that came, participated in the live. Congrats to everybody that won the giveaways. Make sure if you have not heard, I'm sorry, if you have not contacted Shay about getting your winnings, make sure you do that. She's got some things going on the website this week that I wanted to share. She is actually running a special on perfume. Girl, listen, you better get your gift because if not, it's gonna come to me. No, I'm just playing. So make sure that you, for all the winners that are watching, make sure that you get in touch, and so you can get your prize. All right. So this week, again, this is on qtluxuries.com. She still got the 40% off sale going, and the code is see you soon. All right. She has got it's a dual pack of Deliverance and Jehovah. Lord, I can't even read my own writing. So normally they would cost about $130 each, and this is for 100 ml. So let me see to give you a size comparison here. Okay, oh, this is perfect. So this bottle of Angum is 100 ml. You see how big this is? So you see for size reference, that's how big it is. So this is 100 mLs for $130. All right. But if you get the special with the 40% off coupon, you are looking at $144 for both, which is a steal. What does Deliverance and what does Jehovah smell like? I'll let Shay and from QT put it in the chat, but just making sure I got it right. I know that Jehovah is Carolina Herrera Bad Boy, and I believe Deliverance, if I remember correctly, is bad. Hey, Lante. Let me look because I cheated and wrote it down in all my notes. Let's see. Let's see. Uh-oh. I might have wrote it down. Where did I put Deliverance? Oh, I wrote it down because Iggy Mom, she won that, but I didn't write down what it smells like. So Shay, you might have to help me out. Oh, thank you, Lante. So while we're doing that, hello to Nikki coming in as well. Let's get this conversation started with, if you're on a no buy, like I am, but I got samples because I am a TT affiliate, so that's how I got mine. But are you on a no buy? Number one. And if you are, I put up a post of I went through some of my older perfumes to ask everybody what and how do you use your older perfumes, especially when you're on a no buy. Have you tried combining them to explore new scents, especially with the holidays coming up? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm laughing at what Sensational said. Hey, Jackie. She said she puts herself on one, but then it never lasts, which is fine. All right. So, what are some of the ways? And welcome to everybody coming in. What are some of the ways that you either A, declutter, or B, what are some of the ways that you go through your current collection? Because you know the holidays are coming up. The stores have already started doing specials. We have Black Friday coming up. So you already know, if you didn't participate in Amazon Prime yesterday and today, I believe it was, you've got Black Friday coming up, and then of course the holiday specials, right? Um, yep. Okay. So Sensational says she gives away what has been sitting here for a while, or if she doesn't reach for it. Okay, Latte, you do low buys so that you can never do no buys because they don't last. And that's okay. At least you all are being honest. So I have individuals that are in the chat right now. They are professional fragrance collectors. So this is one reason why I wanted to do this episode. The size of your collection doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's what works for you and for your budget. Because do you all go through the times where you feel that I can't keep up with all of that, right? Because as you see, there's constantly new drops every week right now. Sometimes, like Latafa's gonna drop 20 fragrances. I know that for a fact. And then you also have all your other perfumers and your other fragrance houses that are also going to drop so many different fragrances. So, with that being said, do you feel that you have to always get a full size? Hello to my niece. Hey, Tori. You don't sleep, Latafa? No, Latafa does not. Does not. So, how many of you actually go through, you declutter, right? And you make room, or do you do a one for one? What are some of the suggestions that you all can give to those that are watching, especially the replays, on how you go through your fragrances to get them out? You're about to take. Oh. I'm laughing at what Sensational said. It wasn't to me, but it's funny. You'll still see them when you come back on, Nakia. You already know. So, what are some of the ways that you declutter or you self declutter? Because you know, if people know that you're a fragrance person, you're going to get gift cards, you're going to get gift sets. What are some of the ways that you all declutter your collection? If you are a professional or a maker, right? What are some of the ways that you declutter fragrances maybe that did not work well for you in what you originally bought it for, or what are some of the ways that you come up with new creations, new products, and especially with Black Friday coming up? And thank you all for talking in the chat already. So Nakia says, your bank account is aggravated with you. Okay. You run a sale on your stuff. Okay. All right. So for those of you that are makers or sellers, that's one of the things I have on my list is running a sale. We all love a good sale, right? For example, like I mentioned with QT, she's got that 40% off sale. You can't beat that. I mean, because she's got a wide variety of fragrances. For me, I'm a candle maker, so we always are coming up with ways to do new blends, new creations. But how about going through what you already have and maybe becoming reacquainted with that and thinking about different blends you could do with your newbies that you have? If you are a perfume collector, how many of you, if you'll drop in the chat, and this is more or less like a on the spot poll, how many of you actually do decants? I know Nakia does. She does decanting. How many of you all do decants, or you will sell the like a 10 ml decant if you're trying to make some space? If you get PR packages, do you keep every single PR package that you get, or do you give it away as gifts? I'm trying to see what the mix is. What about if like we talked about last week, what about giving to the less fortunate? Do you know, for someone who might not be in the best financial situation now? Jackie says, no, I keep all my PR packages. Jackie, I give mine to my godchildren. They're ready. They've gotten quite a bit of it, but I'm with you on that. But those are different ways, because somebody who is not as fortunate, what we might think is a throwaway or we don't want it anymore, whether it be clothes, shoes, especially perfume. Listen, to get that perfume, and especially the higher end items, that's a blessing. Even if it's halfway used, just think, some people don't have that at all. So that is definitely a way that you can clear out, because the holidays are coming up. So running a big sale, giving it to others. Only one. Oh, because it was. I don't like rose either, unless it's dirty rose. So, Nakia, what you could do, because if you like to shop, and I like to shop too, you can shop with the purpose. How about that? Because that's going to cure the need to order. Because I like to online shop. I don't really like to shop in person, believe it or not. I like the idea of getting a box and opening it. Don't ask me why. I just do. So doing TT shop is really good for me, because you get the stuff in the mail, so you get the satisfaction of opening those boxes. But how about thinking about doing more blending, more layering, combos and things like that? Because I know you're really into that. That was for specifically for um, Nikia, because some people, it's an addiction. I like opening boxes. Don't ask me why. I've been like that since I was little. I like opening boxes, and it's the thrill of ordering something online. So that's something that you can do. You can stick to your top five. Yep, yep. But it's like whatever works best for you, right? How about a exchange party? Have you all thought about that? Hey TLA, I appreciate you coming back. How about that? How about an exchange party or a decant party? I shop when I'm aggravated. Yep, I can understand that. Or stressed. Jackie says she does exchange. So, see, you all are already starting to implement some of the ideas, especially with the PR packages. I know a lot of people tend to keep those. Number one, because they are gifted. And a lot of times when you do get PR, you get merch that you may not have. And speaking of merch, I heard what you all said. I have a few things that I need to do before I will open that up. My goal is to get it done in the next 2 weeks, so that I can participate in Black Friday. The candles are going to take me a little bit longer to get back out there, but I promised you all last week they're coming. So yeah, definitely the merch is in the works and on the way, and I'm still changing some stuff, but I'm excited about that. Hello to everybody coming in. I appreciate you all for the likes and for the gifts as well. So let me look through my notes. How many of you actually put your perfumes or colognes, for the guys that are in here or watching the replay? How about I got you, Nakia. That's definitely on the list. A lot. Let me backtrack for a second before we get into that discussion. A lot of the suppliers, especially the ones that I use, are having shipping issues. So I have to wait, of course, and then definitely for the Billie Eilish. I am not sure yet if I'm gonna put out the fragrances, because I do fragrances as well. Just not at the level that you all do, but I usually do like a body oil, a roll on, a room spray. So it just depends. But Billie Eilish is that, and Burberry Goddess are two of my favorites, along with Lyra. So I got you, Nakia. Definitely, those I know those will definitely be in the lineup because y'all know I'm a vanilla girly. So, which leads me into my next question: how do you all do you wear? Yes, Goddess is everything. That's why I love Angum. I had said that earlier, Bria, when I first started. I love it. I don't know. That's a tight run though because I had my niece who's down in the chat. I just got this yesterday, so I was so excited to talk about it today because I feel like I'm in the club. I have to do some videos on it, but it really does smell like the real thing. It really does, and I even mixed them together. Like I said, I put it with QT's uh, vanilla date night, vanilla bond date night, and I like all three of them together. So I'm happy about that. So just trying to test up. But how many of you all drop a heart in the chat if you wear your scents year round, or drop a palm tree if you only do them by seasons. How about that? Oh, you like that combo, Bria? I absolutely love Billie Eilish. That is one of my top favorites. That and Burberry Goddess. So here's what I usually do. Okay. So y'all are like me. You wear them. Yep. When you get the perfume, add it with it. Okay, got it. Wait a minute. Did you just tell me something? Because that's not what I ordered. But we'll talk about that later. Um. So one thing that I started doing, and I've got the teenagers and young people in my life now doing this. I've started wearing a lot of stuff in my hair because I like to layer and do a complex layer, right? So I also like Mancera Instant Crush and Lyra with Burberry Goddess. So I layered them, and a lot of times I will put Goddess in my hair, and I will do Goddess as the last layer. But I'll do either body oil or body glaze in vanilla. Then I'll put the instant crush on that. On top of that, then I'll do oh, Nebras is the other one too that I like. Oh, keep them coming. Oh, Bray, I got a whole thing full. We did a whole series on that, but I got you. Matter of fact, shoot me a DM, and I can get you the combos. Um, I love. Yep, Jackie, I love Nebras too. When I want to give Billie Eilish a break, I'll reach for that. So you know what, Jackie? I might do the Angum and the Billie Eilish. Not, excuse me, not the Billie Eilish, the Nebras together. Nebras. If I could get inspired by, I'm not gonna say the D word, but if I can get the inspired by for Mancera Instant Crush, I'm good. I'm good. I am real good. Okay. Okay. Yes, it will, Jackie. I'm oh okay. Wait a minute. I'm just reading what y'all are putting in the chat. Yeah, and definitely okay, so let's do this. Yes, Lante, anything with it. Yes, Bria. So I do Mancera Instant Crush, Billie Eilish the original, Lyra. Yep. And if you don't have the actual Lyra, um, the inspired buys are fine. And what I do is I put um, and add a Burberry Goddess to that or Angum. Either one will work. And that is what I will put in my hair, either the Instant Crush or the Goddess, especially if you have oil in your hair because it'll stick to that. And boy, when you walk by, I had a whole line of little people following me around because you're not gonna smell it, but they can. So if you have oil in your hair, it's gonna grab onto that oil, and it lasts definitely because of course your your scalp is gonna keep it warm, and it does work. If you don't want people asking you what you're wearing, don't put anything in your hair. So yes, ma'am, that is Burberry Goddess, Instant Crush by Mancera, Billie Eilish, or Nebras and Angum now, and Lyra. And I've even done the same layering with um, Okta. They have a inspired by for Lyra. So you can use either one. You can use the inspired buys, so I can't say the other word because I'm going to post this, or you can use the originals. I use the originals when I'm going to go out somewhere, and I'll use the inspired buys if I'm running to the store. They have the same effect. You can also do any vanilla and lavender. So if you're having a stressful day, you can also do lavender essential oil with Burberry Goddess. That works also. Or with now with Angum. Yeah, we could do blends all day. But so think about that. So definitely check out QT's site. Um, Nakia, was that for me or was that for QT? Or you talking about the blends? Angum is everything. I'm so glad that y'all kept posting it because I'm like, okay, I felt the peer pressure. Oh, for me? So candles and the merch, definitely. Those are the next two things. I have a big collab project that is going to be the first part of next year. So I've actually got to start. I finally started cleaning up rather my studio because I had all of my candle stuff kind of pushed to the side. So I was just talking to my niece. Jackie, you weren't on here yet. I got them coming. I have to test out some blends for a big collab I'm working on. Then I can get back to making candles. Candles definitely for the holidays. I have some supplies that are stuck due to the pending hurricane coming, and then the last one that just left. Oh, and let me do a pause for the cause. Please send your prayers up for the people that we all know that are in areas that are affected by the hurricane. It's going to be or supposed to be a lot worse than what was projected. Um, that is it, except for Nakia, the dossier one, and that's going to be a YSL. I think it's the YSL Black Opium one. Yeah, definitely. I've got quite a few people that I used to work with. Some of my suppliers are going to be affected by that, and I've been watching the weather all day, and it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. So I don't know the timing on that, but I know that I'm definitely. Oh, the YSL one. Yeah, I love that too. That Black Opium. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, and that's for QT, right, Bria? Yeah, that goes to QT. All right, so let me get back on track here because you know I'll talk to y'all all day. So, not for my collectors, but more so for my newbies and people that are watching the replay. One of the things that you can also do is familiarize yourself with the fragrance wheel and fragrance notes because we talked about the fragrance families and then we went into the whole blending series. I did upload all of them over on YouTube on the Bubblez and Flamez podcast. So if you're not following me, please go subscribe over there. All of them are out there. I had to do that because each one of those episodes are at or over 2 hours long. But we went over all the blends for several different perfumes and colognes. We also did fall blends and winter blends. So that was all the episodes for the entire month of September. So there's fall combos, winter combos, women's perfume, TikTok releases, new releases combos for men, and we ended out with the guys with the colognes. So definitely a lot of information over there. I just did that today. I wanted to make sure that I saw that. Let me see. You saw. Oh wow. I just read the chat. I'm trying to look at it. Yeah, it's some crazy stories coming out about that. All right. So, with that being said, so you can how many of you use fragrance cuz I saw somebody's video and I should have wrote down who it was and I like what she did. She said she went in and visited her mom and her mom keeps two perfumes on her desk. And I like that because scent can change your mood, right? You know, when you're having a bad day and you go and you smell your favorite perfume. So that's another thing. You can do essential oils. You can keep your favorite perfume, maybe that you haven't used in a while, because I forgot. Yes, Jackie, it does change your mood. I forgot. One of my all time favorite perfumes that I need to re up on is Cerruti 1881. I don't even wear it anymore, but it is one of my favorites, and I still have a couple sprays in there. So I said, you know what? I'm going to wear that. Because typically, what we do, especially if you're a collector or if you're in the business, okay, Shay, if you're a collector in the business, what do? You move on to the next and newest thing that's out, right? But maybe revisiting what's in your current collection, you can come up with some new collabs and share those, right? And then there's also content for you, because you all could do what I did yesterday. Those were all my perfumes that I had found in there in the closet preparing for this episode. I'm like, well, I need to set an example. Like, I also love Carolina Herrera. All the shoes. I'm missing a couple of them, but pretty much I'm like, I need to start wearing this instead of, even though I get it through TikTok Shop as an affiliate right now, I still need to start mixing in because I love doing blends. And then we can all share them. And then there you go. Between myself and Courtney, who's one of my mods, she's a candle maker, but she's a master blender. So I can tell Courtney, this is what I have. And then she'll say, oh, well, try this with this, try this with that. And she does it off the top of her brain. For me, I have to smell it. But who would have thought, like in the case I was talking to Bria about, who would have thought that Lyra and Burberry Goddess and Instant Crush all smell good together unless you try it out? Yes, Lante, anything Carolina Herrera. Oh, and speaking of which, Lante, she has a new one out. It's called Sparkling Ice. And y'all better leave me one. It's white glitter with gold. So I got to have it. I have to have that one. Because I have the purple one that came out last year, but I think it's called Sparkling Ice. It is beautiful. It is glitter, white. So the glitter is white, and then the shoe is gold. So I got to get that. Yeah, that's a collector's item. So it just came out. And like, that's what we were talking about. So how many of you actually do samples? For example, I do, Lord, I just drew a blank. The samples where they send them to you, I literally just drew a blank, and I have one. I put a pause on it, where you could try out the perfumes before you actually buy them. Or how many of you go to Sephora and do the sniff test? How many of you? Bria raised her hand. Yeah, because that's another way that you can test out different fragrances. Or do you feel the pressure to buy full size and then you regret it? Or how many of you, put in the chat for me, how many of you do blind buys because everybody else got it? Or do you wait for your do you wait for your favorite perfume influencer to tell you what their opinion is? Because remember, fragrance is always subjective. And did you know that some of your bottles of perfume can last for up to 10 years if you store them correctly? Did you know that? Because they can. Some of those ones that I put in my picture, they are just now starting to turn. And even though they have turned, they still smell good. For example, I just happen to have this one sitting here, and you all really can't tell because it's nighttime. You know, this is an old fan favorite, right? But it still smells perfectly fine. It's just starting to get a little bit darker now. But I smelled it yesterday when I pulled those out to do the content, and it smells perfectly fine. Or how about if you sell them on a professional level, have you thought about making hair mist out of them? Instead of doing the decants, maybe make a hair mist, and you could sell that. You can make a room spray out of it, because you can order the base and just make your favorite perfume into room spray, especially if it's starting to lose some of its smell. You can save it that way. Or like I said, you can donate them. If you are a perfume influencer or a fragrance influencer, how many of you have thought about actually getting your LLC? My tax person might not be too happy with me, but see, I'm really blessed because I make candles and I'm in the soap making world. I have an LLC, so I get to write all my fragrances off. So think about that as well. If you do that and you spend a lot of money, go ahead and invest and get you an LLC. It's fragrance. Perfume falls under fragrance, so you can actually write those off. She made a mistake when she told me that. Nakia, when I tell you I went crazy on Amazon the next day, like I don't have other bills to pay. This was a couple months ago, but that's how I built up my uh, Arabian or Arabic collection because I have an LLC. I'm a candle maker. It's fragrance. Fragrance is fragrance. And fragrance is a lifestyle for many of us, correct? So those are some of the things that you could do. Let me see what else I have here. Oh, how many of you do fragrance trays? I need to start doing that. Where you rotate your fragrances on a different tray every week. One of my favorite YouTubers, she does that as well. She does a fragrance tray every week, and then she'll make a video about the feedback of how she felt. So those are some of the ways you can sell them. You can donate them, or what do they say? Give, sell, keep. How we declutter. Because there's a lot of fragrances that are out there now, and do you think you're going to like them in 6 months when the new ones drop? How many of you got the Kayali Silk Santal drop, the wedding drop, and got caught up with the Sephora where y'all crashed the site, or you went straight on Huda and got it? I didn't get that. I may buy a decant off of somebody, but I didn't get that. Or how many of you got Stormy's signature perfume, her perfume that's called Signature? So those are two that are out that a lot of people. You went on Huda. Have you received yours yet? Because I saw a couple people saying they haven't gotten them yet, Lante. All right, let me look through my notes real quick. All right, so for those of you, yeah, Sephora was cutting up. Sephora was ready for y'all too. How many of you actually caught the Bath and Body Works sale when they marked them down to $5.95? And they have a new line out called Platinum that also includes a perfume. And if you're going to get it, I would stack your coupons so that you can get it, because it costs $80. But if you stack your coupons or catch it when everything's 20% off, you can get it for a pretty good price. I haven't smelled it yet, but that's one that I added to my list, at least to get the body spray anyway from Bath and Body Works. All right, let me see. You all already layer for most of you. How many of you actually, so we talked about rotating fragrances. How about how do you do your collection? Do you have it by season? Do you have it by color? Or do you have it by name? Different people. I'm always anxious to see how people do. Do you have it by fragrance family? What's some of the different ways, if you'll drop in the chat for me, how you organize your collection? Mine is by color right now, but you can't really see behind me. It's right here. I'm still playing around with it because you see the shoe right there. There's actually two. You can't see the darker one, but my shoes are the focus once I get it set up. So I want to get some new shelves with the LED lights and everything to get them set up so that the shoes are the focus. And I always like to see people redo their collections. All right, so we talked about layering. We talked about shopping your own stash. We talked about decanting. We talked about giving them away. Oh, okay, here's another idea. We talked about spraying it on our hair. How many of you actually spray perfume on your linens, on your couch? How many of you actually do that? If you're not a maker where you make it into room spray, how many of you actually you use your bottles? I was getting ready to say something else. How many of you actually spray either body spray that you're not necessarily crazy about, your body mist, your body sprays, that you sprayed on your linen? How many of you do that? I do that. I don't care for Victoria's Secret's vanilla. It's mixed in. It's something in there I don't like, but I love it as a linen spray. So that's another way that you can use up what you have. You may not like it on your body because scents smell different, don't they, on everybody? But you can actually absolutely spray it on your linens, your couch, and use it as a linen spray. Yep. See, Bria, you make me feel so much better because a lot of people are like, you really take perfume and spray it. Yes, because it smells different than it would on your body, and your linens hold it longer, of course. Now, I'm not saying spray your $500-$600, especially if you have 540. You know, not a bottle like that. Not a bottle like that. All right, we talked about. Oh, last thing, and I saw somebody posted about this. What about swaps? How many of you all actually are into swaps? That you'll swap this for that. I thought about doing putting together something like that. Maybe the first part of next year, um, either after the holidays. You said you do often, Bria. Either after the holidays or after Valentine's Day, because then you got to get ready for Mother's Day, right? For those of you that are mothers, typically perfumes, and even if you're not, that's the best time to get some of your scents because they put the gift sales out. So the holidays, Black Friday, Valentine's Day, and also right before Mother's Day are some of the best times to buy perfume and cologne. Anything beauty because they're going to put it on sale, right? Because those are big holidays. All right, let's see. All right, and welcome to everybody coming in the chat, and thank you for all the likes. All right, so I don't know what area everybody is in. Um, this particular person I'm talking about, Nish, is not in here tonight. I know that we had talked about doing some decanting or a swap party or something like that. I'm in the Atlanta area. I don't know. I know some of you all are in New York, so maybe it's something that can be done virtual. Is that, drop in the chat for me if that is something that you're interested in? Maybe doing a decanting party, a swap, or something like that, because I know we're all over the country right now. And also, if you have any ideas for episodes, or if you want to come be a guest or something like that, just shoot me a DM and let me know. And we'll talk about that, and we can do a pop up because people love to see other people's fragrance collections. That's something that can be done. If you're a business, just reach out and let me know. Okay, Bria. Okay. I know that a couple people are in Houston and in Dallas. I'm thinking about that. I love doing events, and I haven't done one in a good while. What I do for a living is I am a training manager and a speaker, as if you all can't tell. I like doing events and doing network mixers where people meet each other. I know Court and I have talked about doing something for a couple years now. So, Bria, so more to come on that. Let me see how many people I can get to participate, even if it turns into maybe a pop-up shop. There's Nish right there. Your ears had to be burning, Nish, because I literally just mentioned you in reference to decanting and setting that up. Happy Wednesday to you too, my friend. Y'all tell her, did I literally just not mention her name? You had to be getting on the podcast when I did. All right, and welcome in, welcome in. It looks like Soul Rest Candle Co. And there's Nish coming back again. All right, so definitely thinking about that. It's always fun to get together. For those of you that watch Travalia, I hope I said her name right. I know she does decanting parties as well, because she just did one here in Atlanta. And thank you all for the gifts. Thank you, Nish. I appreciate it. And glad to have you in here. So we have about 15 minutes left. And Bria, stay tuned. Uh, and definitely, if I get that put together, I'll let you know. As I mentioned, Nish, you missed it. I think you weren't in the live last week because you have some other things going on. But I had announced that I'm going to drop some merch for the podcast. So that is definitely coming. Uh, there's hoodies, there's cups, there's a lot of stuff in there. Trying to think what else. There's phone cases in there. I've been working on it for a while, and I don't have my cup with me tonight, like I said, because my godbrother and my niece were over here. But oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Yes, that will be dropping soon, so you'll start to see the drops for that, and then we'll open that up. And I'll give a code for those of you that saw it in the podcast because I do keep track of the names. It's pretty much the same people. So you'll hear and you'll start to see more about that. And of course, I'll be doing some giveaways and things like that. So look for the Bubblez and Flamez merch. Does anybody have anything that I have forgotten? How about storage? How do you store all of your, for those of you that don't necessarily put it on social media, how do you store your perfumes? Do you rotate them out often? Because we have some people who we see in their post all the time how they store their collections, right? So how do you store yours? Nish, you'll do me a favor. Tell me about that Dior drop that you got. And I gave you you just get a lot of PR. You get a whole lot of PR. See, that'll stop the pushback. How did you like the Dior? If you've tried it yet. And I also shared earlier that I finally got Angum and I finally got Confessions, and I absolutely love them both. And I'm going to, I think it might have been Jackie who said try them together. We were talking about so many different perfumes, but I'm going to try them together next. Welcome back, Brandy. I think you were in here earlier. So how do you store your collection? Are you making any improvements to your collection? Like me, I want to get the LED shelves at one point because you all see here and here that I actually like LED stuff, and you all can't see I have an LED shelf as well. Oh, okay. It's dainty and feminine. So it's very light. It's not beast mode. I don't do well with light fragrances. Nish, look on Amazon. Today is Amazon Prime. Prime Day. This is the last day for it, but Black Friday. Definitely keep a lookout for Black Friday. Also, I added some more stuff because y'all know I couldn't let us get out of here without me throwing in this shameless plug. Check out my TT shop. I added some more stuff in there. There's a lot of good specials that are going to be going on. I stopped connecting them to my videos because remember I told y'all me and TT shop and TT broke up last week. I'm surprised the live is they're cooperating with me on. But Nish, that's one of my things too. And we have more vendors coming online. So check out the TT shop and you can put them up against the big A and see which one gives you the better price. I love anything LED. Oh wow. Okay. So you might get a custom one out of the deal. Yep. I love to see people's collections. I really do. Because think about it. We all have a vice because I see a lot of people making comments about people's collections. I even put a post, do you need that much perfume? If that's what makes you happy, then do you. You're not smoking, you're not drinking. If that's what you put your money in, because you can actually see your money, do you. Because a lot of people put their money into other things that's not necessarily good for their body. Y'all know I say it, and I've been saying it for the past month. Fragrance is a way of life. It's not just about the scent. And Jackie mentioned it earlier as well. It's about aromatherapy, right? And if that makes you feel good, and if it keeps you from catching a case, then do what you need to do. because that, even if it's 100, yes, scent therapy, absolutely. Aromatherapy, light therapy, scent therapy. And plus, it keeps people from catching cases. For the guys, would you rather catch a bottle of cologne or catch a case? Because some people be pushing you, and you could be at your desk like this, right? While they're talking to you, you could be spraying, and then they look at you crazy like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's my escape to keep me from catching a case, right? Because people will push you. Because I see a lot of chatter on the TikTok streets about people who have problems about collectors. Everybody has a vice. I'd rather see you collecting perfumes and colognes and fragrance than out drinking or whatever you do. I always think the responses are interesting. Does anybody have anything going on that they want to drop in the chat that you want me to announce? I went over QT special. She's still running the 40% off. The code is see you soon. 40% off. She is offering a special of, it's a combo. You get 200 ml perfumes, and that is this size bottle, which is a pretty good size bottle to show you. You see what I could do with my hands. So that's a pretty good size bottle. You would get 2 of those with the Carolina Herrera bad boy fragrance, which is called Jehovah, and then Deliverance. All right. Normally they're $130 each, but if you use that 40% coupon, you can get them both for $144. If you didn't watch the live last week, of course, you missed Stormy's big. Oh, yes, I just got it, Nish, and I absolutely love it. I haven't done my video yet. I told everybody that was in here earlier, I absolutely love it. I've even started doing some blends with it. I absolutely love it. And I did a test on my niece when she came, and she couldn't tell the difference between the original and Angum. I actually want to get me a backup bottle. I have to do a video on that one from being an affiliate, but I definitely need to keep that in the rotation. Yep. And watch for the flash sales too, because there's going to be a lot of flash sales coming up. Would it benefit you all if I started posting what I saw? I'm in a group for affiliates called Tastemakers. It's a program if you are a TT Shop affiliate. I can tell you more about it. It is for women, for people of color, and for Latin descent. I absolutely love Angum. I'm a Burberry Goddess person, so I absolutely love it. Burberry Goddess is one of my favorites. So when I get some money, I want to order a backup bottle. That's how much I liked it, and that's rare for me. But I think I'm going to take the plunge and do it. So does anybody have anything that they are running? Does anybody have, and I hope I don't say this wrong because I added this to my list as well, is it Effin Candy? And I always pronounce the company name wrong, but is it Shanto or I always pronounce it wrong, but that's another one that I want to get as well. That's on my wish list. The Effin Candy, because it's supposed to be really sweet. Does anybody that's in here have that? And Shay, if you're still in here, did you have anything else that you wanted to add? Anybody that's in the chat that I forgot? But if you all like, if it works for you, I can start posting when I see the flash sales coming or the deal of the days. If that will, with the more popular perfumes, because that's primarily what I transform my shop into, is primarily the newest releases of what we talked about, and I try to keep up with the best prices. But I can definitely start doing that. Okay, I can do that. Most definitely. Trying to get some traffic over there. It's been interesting, and I put a lot of work into it because I look at it literally every day to try to make sure that if I need to drop a video about something, because there's going to be a lot of sales coming down the pike. And when I went to the last meeting, we already talked to them about free shipping so that they can be more competitive with Big A. So be on the lookout for that. So you should start noticing free shipping because that does make a difference on pricing, right? And also keep an eye out for your coupons as well. So next week, I have not decided what we're going to talk about yet. I'm probably, to be honest with you, again, going to kind of continue this one, focusing more on ideas for the holidays and side hustles using fragrance that you can do for the holidays because it's that time, right? And that way you can make you a little money on the side, maybe sell some things for Black Friday. Is anybody that's in here a seller for TTS? Oh, you like that one, Nish? Well, I'm going to go with that one. Fragrance Side Hustles. How about that? You like that title? Because I'm trying to do things that everybody can benefit from that's not just focused on one group because fragrance is fragrance. We all use different types of fragrance. Okay, I'll definitely do that one. And it'll be some variation of fragrance side hustle. I'll do the research and get that out there. Does that work for everybody else that's still in here as well? And I appreciate you all hanging out with me too and for all the gifts. Oh, thank you, because you know that's what I try to do, Nish. That's my thing. Yes, and invite your friends, definitely. And I will start researching on that and get some ideas together. Does anybody else in here have a YouTube channel? Or is everybody here or over on Big A where you do reviews over there as well? Or is everybody just in here? Nish, you know I try to give some education in there. So that's an easy one for me. I'll start doing that research on that. All right. Well, that is all that I had. We are right at the time. It is 8:59. I appreciate you all for tuning in. So again, next week's episode will be Fragrance Side Hustles. Of course, I'm going to title it something more creative. Oh, last question, and I've been meaning to ask this for months, or I could ask it next week. How many of you all that are in here actually use Chat GPT for your business? Or on a regular, if you have Chat GPT or AI, how many of you all are into AI and you use it for your business or school or whatever? I'm just taking a quick on the fly poll here. But that's it. That's all I have. So we will do fragrance side hustles next week. Bria, okay. Me as well. I use it for personal and business. So we will be back next week, Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And Bria, thank you for participating in that quick poll. And if you all think of any other topics, of course, shoot me a DM. If not, I will see you on these TT streets. Everybody have an awesome evening. Prayers up again for those that are within the sound of my voice that are watching from Florida. If you catch it on the replay, definitely prayers up. And I will see you all at 8 o'clock next Wednesday. Have an awesome week and good night. Thanks, Court. Good night. Good night, Nish. Thank you.